Libra.
Hello, Libra. Welcome to your reading. How are you doing? I hope you guys are doing fine. I hope you guys are doing well. Libra, we're going to see what's coming through for you. I'm contemplating on, if I should do a morning inspo tomorrow or if I should do a next 48 hours. Help me out in the comments, y'all. Let me know. Y'all want a morning inspo tomorrow or do y'all want a next 48-hour reading? Okay. But yeah. How are y'all doing? How are y'all feeling? How is this eclipse making y'all feel? Is your sleep getting back to normal? Are you being able to sleep through the night? Because sleep has been a little crazy. Crazy. What exciting new things have transpired since this new moon eclipse? Or what things are still going well? For some of you guys, things are still riding out. It's about you kind of keeping on that wave, staying on that wave. Happy April. Happy April, everybody. All right. Let's get into this reading, Libra. All right. I do want to say thank you for all of the support from you guys who are booking readings and things like that. And even reaching out to me on email and stuff like that. I appreciate you guys for your support. Also, how you energetically support me through liking the videos, commenting on the videos, watching the videos. I really appreciate the support. I've just been feeling swaddled up, loved by y'all. So I hope y'all feel the love back. All right. So let's get into it, Libra. Let's see what's coming out for you, what you need to know, what's happening. Going into the spirit animal. The beaver, bringing balance. We got the deer, gentleness, grace, the owl, observation. I've been seeing owls too. A lot. And hawks. So we're getting real nature-y outside on my walks. And I love it. And look, the hawk came out. Okay, yeah, that's a spirit animal. Definitely for some of you guys, you may be seeing a hawk as well. You may also be seeing an owl too. Definitely. We have passion. Passion is here. The dragon. It says the dragon is a reminder of your strong will and fiery personality. It is also a symbol of passion and fire. You are being asked to practice self-control and be cautious so that your passion does not lead you into trouble. Fiery people. Where are my Libras that got a whole lot of fire? Like me. We got a whole lot of fire that we got to try to compose all of that fire, okay? Just a whole lot. Just hot. For no reason. Just hot. All right, we do have the beaver coming out. And the beaver represents balance. It says you are being told that hard work is important, but so is quality time with your loved ones. The balance between work and play, family and career must be maintained for overall wholeness and success. Somebody needs to balance out their life. You can't be all work and no play. That's why the beaver came up, to show you that you may need to add a little bit more play to your life or add a little bit more work. And you can't be all play, no work. Tell me more about the beaver. Birthday. Okay, so it's a party. There's a party coming up, or there is something that's coming up that you need to celebrate. The Seven of Pleasures. Seven of Pleasures. And this is the Seven of Wands. It represents a person, standing up for themselves, creating boundaries. But don't push this party away. These people just want to invite you to the party. Somebody can have some really good news. Somebody can have some a nice date for you or something like that. Don't be so quick to kind of push something away or say no to a person or be stuffy like I'm working or I'm not being distracted. Some of you guys, you need this party. You need some cake. You need some ice cream. You need a shot, okay? Not from cake, ice cream to a shot, but but some of y'all need some. Y'all need some fun. You need to go listen to music and dance until the wee hours in the morning. You need to have one of those nights where you just are up at 5 a.m. You know, you need some of those. You need that night. You need something spontaneous in your life. Some of you guys, it's all work. And you get a lot of stuff done, but you can fit a little bit of play in there. You can fit a party in there. Somebody's birthday party could be coming up. You could have gotten invited to a birthday party or something like that. Don't not go. It's a need for you to go and enjoy yourself. I'm also getting like, there's a person who could be like you can have a catering service, you can do something, but this time just enjoy yourself. You don't have to be working at the party. There's a need for you to go to a party to just like enjoy yourself. You don't need to just work every time. Like, I feel like just enjoy yourself. Don't try to put too much on your plate or whatever. Just you enjoy the party as well. I'm getting like this is a party for you to enjoy. You don't have to work there, basically. Like, the things will still get done if you don't cater, or the things will still get done if you don't decorate, or if you don't whatever. Just show up and enjoy the party for once. That's for a person who like caters, who could have a catering business, who cooks. Somebody, all they know is just to sit in and be in hermit mode and study. They're very, very smart. Like, whoever this person is, you're very smart. You got hermit energy. And now the hermit is ready to come on out of the library, basically. It's to come out the library. Get your head out of the books. Yeah, we got the Ace of Swords. I'm getting like you're an expert at something. This is what you look like here. This is why you're saying no. And granted, this may be something very, very important that you're working on. Not saying that it's not important, but you can always get back to it. You've been working a lot. And then also, some party is going to give you some creativity, some passion. You come in there and now you're more vibrant. Now you're more alive. And it's because you giving yourself this break. So I feel like whoever is resonating with this, you need a break. You need a break. And this is the Six of Pentacles. This is balance. You will feel balanced. You will feel more clear. You will feel better. You'll feel more inspired. You need this break. I don't know who this is for, but you just need this break. And you don't need just this one break. Spirit is saying you need to add breaks in your schedule. Your schedule needs to include breaks. It needs to include party. It needs to include fun in your everyday schedule. You should have a time to party, a time for fun, a time for, silliness, whatever it is. A time for music and just dancing. You need that. You need that balance. It's going to make you so much better. All right, we do have the deer. And look at the hermit coming out again. The deer, this is a reminder to be more gentle with yourself and others. The grace, sensitivity, and gentleness of this spirit animal echoes the qualities brought forth when living from the heart. Got the hermit energy and love. All right. I'm getting this energy like somebody is trying to seclude themselves or alienate themselves or isolate themselves to get them from opening up, to get them from this like gentleness, because I'm getting like they won't be able to help it when they're in the presence of a person or something like that. So they are secluding themselves from a person because they know that if they're in front of this person, they're going to open up. Like it's clear as day here. They can't hide the passion that they feel. So in order for them to kind of get some, and this could be you, the Hermit came out twice. So I'm getting like this could be a lover that's giving you some type of invitation. This could be a Virgo. Virgo could definitely be in your energy like crazy. Queen of Swords. Look at y'all. What are y'all working on? Like everybody got papers out. You could be doing a lot of journaling, a lot of shadow work. Like what are y'all working on? All right, so the Queen of Swords, like when the Queen of Swords comes out, and especially in this deck, just reminds me of like, have you ever had that moment where you are knee deep in some self-mastery? Like you are trying to figure you out, right? You're answering the deep questions. You're doing your shadow work. Like you are knee deep in it, okay? Just journaling, right? This is what the Queen of Swords reminds me of in this deck. It's a person that's like trying to figure something out. Trying to come to some type of understanding by themselves. This is also creating some type of creative endeavors or something like that. The Queen of Swords is trying to look at a disservice or look at something that was done intentionally, with ill intentions. And the Queen of Swords is trying her hardest to look at it from a different perspective. Like I'm trying to work out all the bubbles. It's like, you know when a person does you wrong and you're like, no, they ain't do me like that. They didn't do me like that. And you're trying to come up with every other option. Now, this could be like you trying to come up with something like so you can forgive a person. Maybe you're putting out all your feelings because you have to accept what happened. You have to accept yourself. You have to love on yourself. So that could possibly be that energy that the Queen of Swords. But I just feel like the Queen of Swords is definitely trying to figure something out. Yeah, it's healing. You can also be looking up your birth sign, someone else's not birth sign, your birth chart, someone else's birth chart, trying to figure you out, trying to figure them out. Like Queen of Swords trying to figure it out now. It's like, I'm trying to figure this person out. Like, but it's kind of like learning anything. You can the way we learn is not by like writing stuff down and reading things, especially when it has something to do with love and things like that, and like through growth and trying to become a better person, a better lover. You learn through trial and error. You learn through actually getting out there, putting the skates on, falling down a couple times, getting back up, noticing that when I turned, I was going too fast. I'm going to slow it down and maybe bend my knees on the turn, and maybe I won't lose my balance. Noticing that I get distracted when I come around here, so I'm going to make sure that I keep my focus. We learn through trial and error. We learn through actually moving, getting out there. So there's a person who could be trying to figure something out in love, or figure something out about a person, or even about themselves when it comes to love. But you won't know until you do it. You won't know until you experience it. You won't know until you say it. You won't know until you actually experience the thing. And that's something that the Queen of Swords don't want to hear. You know, that's something that you're like, no, I'm going to look up their birth chart and I'm going to figure everything out about them. And this is going to be easy. No. You're going to have to go through it like everybody else now. So it looks like you're trying to figure out. So the thing, what hems the Queen of Swords up. I'm sorry, I got a lot of stuff to say about this. But what hems the Queen of Swords up is she tries to think through certain things, where the Temperance is trying to get her to be a bit more patient, a bit more gentle, and then thinking through different things. Because you think about like thinking like let's see like a school subject, right? Math. You didn't score right on your test. right? So you may get a failing grade, or you may feel like you failed a bit because you failed your test in math, you failed a skill. I mean, work harder. When it comes to love, you cannot have that system with yourself. You can't shame yourself. You can't look at yourself as a failure through love. You can't look at yourself as like, there is this energy where you can get better. But when it comes to love, when we are like showing that purest part of ourselves, we have to be gentle, and we have to be able to meet ourselves where we are. We all start from somewhere. We all have different upbringings. We all got talked to differently from our parents. We all got loved differently from our parents. We all look at love and relationships completely differently. We all have different triggers. We all need different things. So you can't, what the Queen of Swords is going to realize, because the Queen of Swords is very, very smart. The minor to the High Priestess. So that's what the Queen of Swords becomes. She learns to trust her intuition instead of trying to figure everything out on paper, because some things are not just black and white. And that is what the High Priestess understands, that sometimes there's a little gray. And sometimes two things could be true at once. It's not just math. It's not 1 + 1 = 2. Sometimes 1 + 1 will equal 7 in spirit. Like, it's like you just have to go with the flow. But there's this healing that's coming through. And if you are going through like a breakup, or you're going through something, there's a need for you to heal. There's also a need for you to be gentle. And there's a need for you to stop running away from people who could possibly want to love on you, or who could want to extend grace without judgment or anything. Like, there's a person who wants to extend grace to you, and you could be hiding because it's like, let me figure this out. And that's one of the things that Libra does have a problem with, showing up perfect. Like, we want to show up perfect in everything. That's why everybody thinks that Libra is just so full of themselves and they just care what things look like. We do care what things look like, but that's not all we care about. A lot of the times we bear a lot of other people's emotions, that we know the weight of them, so we also know the weight of ours. So sometimes we will do things like keep our stuff to ourselves, because we don't want to burden anyone with the weight, because normally we're always burdened with the weight of other people's emotions, whether we put that burden on ourselves or whether people just dump it on us. We know how that feels, and we know how heavy it is. So sometimes when we're going through something heavy, we'll sit in the room and try to figure it out ourselves. We'll watch the videos. We'll read the book. We'll do all of that stuff and try to figure it out ourselves. So you do have angelic energy. Why am I in this deck? We got the Magician. Okay, you're about to... There's the greatest mystery of all time. And I'm not supposed to be in this deck at all. So that just came out like famous. The Magician. This is Aries season. Look, Aries just came out. There's a great show, or there's about to be the greatest mystery of all time. There's something that's happening in love that you are just not going to be able to pinpoint it. You're not going to see this thing coming. You are just not going to see it coming in love at all. You don't see this coming. It's magic. The Star is here, so this can have a lot to do with the wish fulfillment. The Temperance is here. The Magician is here. And the Hermit is here. The Wheel of Fortune. Things are about to take a crazy turn in love. Like, things are about to go, like, something comes out of the blue. I'm getting like a roadblock, or something could possibly come out of the blue. But this is like a new pathway, or this is destiny changing this pathway. It's changing it for you. You are going to be surprised on how things turn out when it comes to love. I'm getting like ta-da or voila. We got the Owl in career, business, and finances. The Owl is observation. You are being encouraged to look beyond deceiving appearances into the true reality of a situation or a person's motives. You need to hear what is really being said despite the words and emotions coming from the messenger. Observation. What's really going on? The King of Mills. The King of Pentacles. There's a lot of talking that's happening in career. Whether this is with a person, I'm just getting like this. Somebody just likes to talk. However, there's something huge that's happening. There's an appearance that is deceiving you, or something is looks could be deceiving when it comes to career. Even words could be deceiving. There's a need for you to go into that inner, like spiritual, that inner owl energy and kind of see beyond all. This is like lifting the veil. You got the Queen of Swords here. The Queen of Swords questions everything. That's what needs to happen when it comes to career. Question everything. Observe everything. Be slow to respond to certain things. Slow to talk. Something could be coming to a stop. I just heard good things takes time. So I'm getting like there's a person who could be confused by how slow something is taking or how long something is taking, but good things take time. This Seven of Wands energy, the Seven of Wands energy is coming in is for you to kind of stand your ground and trust your intuition, trust what it is that you believe in. And you have this energy where you have this idea and you're ready to give that idea to the world, no matter how a person feels about it or no matter, you know, the controversy that comes after this idea. But the Knight of Pentacles is here and it's like a stationary bike. And it's just like anytime the Knight of Pentacles represents like, you know, working out, fitness, you understand why things have to be delayed or the process of something. It's like the process. There's a need for you to focus on the process instead of what's being said or what's being presented or everything else. There's the process that's going to be showing you everything you need to know about this, about career. So this would be you looking into your routines. Where does that inspiration comes from? Because you do have this spark of inspiration with the Page of Swords. And there's a need for you to take your time with something. Spirit is trying to get you to observe the process. And the King of Pentacles is the king of the process. He reminds me of like Gary Vee, because Gary Vee talks about falling in love with the process so much, and that is the win. And the King of Pentacles understands that the process. He understands hard work. You know, he understands dedication. He understands a long journey and why you have to like be patient in certain instances. He also understands that things don't happen overnight. So I feel like that Spirit is trying to get you to hone in on your routine. There's something that could be missing in your routine, or there's something that needs to be added within your routine. But you're going to realize why good things take time. Why something took a long time, or why something is taking a long time. We got the Knight of Wands. Again, here, there is something that's coming out of the blue for you. We got the Nine of Pentacles. This could be wealth that's coming out of the blue for you. This could just be a lot of success. The Sun card. A lot of success is coming. New beginnings are coming. Like, you'll be surprised where things... There's a need for you to just... I'm also getting there's a need for you to perfect your craft. Perfect it. All right, and last but not least, we do have the hawk, spirituality. Fly above and beyond your day-to-day thoughts to observe them from a bird's eye view. Quieting the mind and detaching from your thought patterns puts you in a better position to take in messages from your spirit guides. So you can't be caught up in your mind in order for you to take in certain messages from your spirit guide. Quiet your thoughts. There's some thoughts. My thing is, okay, I have a question. Do you know what your day-to-day thoughts are? Do you know the thoughts that you're thinking on a day-to-day basis? If you don't know, then there's a need for you to kind of get aware of it. And this would be the negative thoughts that you're thinking on a day-to-day basis. Do you know what those thoughts are? Because those are the thoughts that shape our lives. Your everyday thoughts turn into everyday habits, turn into everyday routines, turn into your life. So there's a need for you to realize what those everyday thoughts are that you could possibly be thinking. And learn how to quiet them. And it could be like a little time each day for quiet time or meditation or whatever. The page of pleasure. In reverse. The page of wands. We got August could be a date for you. August 18th. Tickets. You could be getting some tickets or something. August could be a nice date. August 18th. 818. That's crazy. That's Sage's birthday. 818. But yeah, August 18th could be a day for you. We got the page of wands in reverse, and that's not good news. Or it could be a message that you weren't looking for. You weren't looking forward to receiving this message. What is this? Maybe these are thoughts. Maybe you could be thinking constantly over some type of bad news. We got the Six of Swords. Nine of Pentacles. You could be traveling somewhere. Yeah, somebody needs to definitely get out of their negative thoughts. I'm also getting like they're thinking that there's a date in the future that's going to be bad. Yeah, somebody has already talked about something being bad, or they keep on voicing something that's going to be bad. I'm also getting like there's a negative Nancy, and this negative Nancy is there to do a job. Okay. This negative Nancy, anytime there's a person outside of you that mimics your negative self-talk, they are here to let you know you have put too much energy into your negative self-talk that you have birthed a whole human with that ideology. You've put so much emphasis on the negatives, the negative thoughts that you have, that it has become living and breathing, a living and breathing thing. It could be a lot, but it should tell you how powerful you are. How you can like bring things into existence by which you kind of focus on, ponder on, feel deeply. So you can kind of use that to change your life. But there's someone who's negative, or a negative phone call, or a negative friend, or a negative, somebody is completely negative here. It's like you want to leave a situation, but you're dependent on a person's ill treatment of you. In this, we do have the Empress. And we did just talk about it has become, you birth something into existence. And we have the Empress. Be mindful of this energy. Your spirit guides have messages for you. There's something that you're supposed to leave behind. We got the Six of Swords energy. You're supposed to leave this energy behind, but instead, There's a whole new beginning that's here for you. Something that's new. The Six of Swords with the Empress, there's a whole new life that's waiting for you. But you could be used to someone else's ill treatment. When the King of Swords is in reverse and he was there with the King of Wands in reverse, the King of Swords is just a mean person. He's not a good person. And the fact that he's super smart and emotionally intelligent, it makes him very dangerous. Just like when the King of Cups is in reverse, he's very dangerous because he's so emotionally intelligent. So he knows how to play. That's like narcissistic energy. But the King of Swords, he takes it to the next level because he's trying to get some type of control, like by any means necessary. So it becomes a bit abusive, emotionally abusive, verbally abusive, and a lot of times physically abusive. So there's a person who could have, I don't know if maybe you could feel like you're going to be stuck somewhere, but August is it's a nice amount of time. So I feel like you can change something. Like if you're dreading something that's happening in August, it's a nice amount of time from now to August where you can change, you can have the beginning, you can birth something else into like a reality. You can have something else. You don't have to have what you're used to having. You don't have to have so it's getting like your day-to-day thoughts. You think that something is going to be the same way it's always been, and maybe upsetting, disappointing, discouraging, whatever. But you can change your reality, and it starts with little small steps. But if from now into August you do that, you have no idea what August would look like. But if you do the same thing, you'll know exactly what it looks like. But if you do something different, even one different thing every day, August will not look the same. Okay? So, I'm going to leave it right here. I hope this reading resonates. If it does, make sure you give this reading a big thumbs up. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.